The world looks peaceful when you see a bird gliding across the sky, but for most of them, survival is a full-time job. Rain, snow, wind, scorching heat. No matter what the planet throws their way, birds find a way to keep flying. They may look fragile, but under all those feathers are some of the toughest survivors nature ever designed. When a snowstorm hits, tiny songbirds face a battle every bit as harsh as any polar explorer. Chickadees fluff their feathers until they look twice their normal size, trapping air for insulation that works better than a down jacket. Some lower their body temperature at night, entering a controlled mini-hibernation to save energy. Imagine taking a power nap that actually makes you use less fuel instead of more. Waterfowl have it even tougher. Swimming in freezing water should be a death sentence, yet ducks and geese pull it off daily. The secret lies in their feet, a built-in heat exchange system called rete mirabile. Warm blood going down meets cold blood coming back up, and the two swap heat like an efficient radiator. It keeps the body warm, and the toes just cool enough not to freeze solid. Basically, ducks invented thermal plumbing before humans did. Then there are the birds that say, forget winter entirely. Migration is one of nature's greatest survival strategies, and birds have mastered it. Arctic terns travel from pole to pole, over 40,000 miles a year, just chasing summer. Some fly across oceans non-stop, guided by magnetic fields, stars, and a sense of direction scientists still can't fully explain. If frequent flyer miles worked for wildlife, these birds would own the airline. Of course, not every species can pack up and leave. Sparrows, woodpeckers, and owls tough it out by changing their menu and shelter. Owls grow thicker plumage and hunt under moonlight, while woodpeckers store food in tree holes months in advance. You might think that's over-planning, but if you've ever stood in line at a grocery store before a blizzard, you understand. In deserts, birds face the opposite problem: too much sun and too little water. The sandgrouse of Africa has evolved one of the most ingenious solutions in nature. The male soaks up water in his belly feathers, then flies miles back to the nest where his chicks drink straight from his plumage. A living water bottle with wings. Meanwhile, vultures and ostriches use shade, panting, and reflective feathers to keep cool. The ostrich even aims its body toward the sun to minimize the area exposed to heat, essentially solar panel positioning, but for survival. Storms bring their own brand of chaos. Seabirds can ride out hurricanes by flying into calmer zones near the eye or escaping the storm track entirely. Albatrosses and frigate birds have such mastery of wind that they can soar for hours without flapping. To us, it looks graceful. To them, it's life-saving efficiency. They read air currents the way surfers read waves. Extreme cold. Penguins have the masterclass. Emperor penguins endure Antarctic winters where temperatures plunge below 60°F and winds reach hurricane force. They huddle together in massive circles, constantly rotating so every bird gets a turn in the warm center. It's teamwork at its most disciplined, basically a feathered, slow-motion conga line that keeps them alive. Some tropical birds handle storms not by fleeing, but by preparing. Parrots in hurricane-prone islands strengthen their nests with extra twigs and bark, turning them into tiny bunkers. Shorebirds ride out tempests in mangrove roots, anchoring themselves while chaos whips above. Every species seems to have its own emergency plan, and none of them involve panicking on social media. Even lightning and floods have their survivors. Certain herons take advantage of heavy rains to hunt fish driven to the surface, while swallows dart through storm fronts to snatch insects pushed out of the sky. Where we see disaster, they see opportunity. And when conditions grow truly unbearable, some birds press pause altogether. The poorwill, a small North American bird, can enter full hibernation during brutal winters, slowing its heartbeat and body temperature until the weather improves. It's the only bird known to do this, and it's basically saying, "Wake me when spring's back." From Arctic tundras to desert dunes, birds have evolved tricks, tools, and teamwork that put human survival guides to shame. Every feather is a piece of engineering, every migration a masterclass in navigation. They face blizzards, hurricanes, and heat waves not with fear, but with adaptability, instinct, and a dash of style. Like, share, and subscribe for more adventures. And remember, when the world gets wild, nature always finds a way.